All right, looks like we're already live. Here we go. I think this is like one of the first times we're actually starting before 15. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream for where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a good Wednesday. I can't believe it's already Thursday. Time is just flying by. It is the 2nd of April and it's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 15 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. I got the little clock right up here so you guys can see it. I changed it from local time to Eastern Standard Time. We wrap up the stream usually between 10:30 and 11, so around 90 minutes long. Check out the video description below for some FAQs and let's get into it. Good morning, guys. Paul, Keith. Let me quickly refresh again the stream so I make sure the chat room is working and everything. Let's actually go here to the SPY quickly, see what the market is doing. Because yesterday we had quite a bit of a red day, huh? You know, I was going to say that today was looking a little bit better because I remember checking around 8 o'clock and we were up quite a bit and things were looking all right. But you can see here that we just absolutely took a dip. So market closed at 246 points on the SPY. That's like right around here. We were up pre-market about 1.6%, and now we're kind of down 1.1, 1.2%. So going to be an interesting open, most likely a red open. We'll see what happens after that. Nice, Keith, swung BRMA from yesterday up 30%. Yeah, I was actually looking at BMRA pre-market, but I didn't end up putting it on the watch list, and I kind of forgot why, but we could look it up as well. Wow, look at that spike that SPY just made. Phew. Big spread, maybe a light order book. That's what causes that stuff. So just going through the scanner, at first we had like under 20, and then I think when I ran it again, there was a bit more. Let's quickly check here. Morning, Carmela and Heiko. Okay, now it's not running anymore, but it was about 25 stocks in the scanner. So let's quickly go through it, see what we got. I put up some of the lead gappers from yesterday on here, not to necessarily trade them, but just to keep an eye out for them. Maybe they will be a potential setup, because what I noticed today is we had no specific lead gapper. I would probably argue that NEPT might be the lead, but we'll see. We'll see. So IFRX holding kind of this $5 area from yesterday, but so far nothing too significant. Let's keep going here. SFET. This is the big one that actually ran. This was a classic gap and go. I totally missed SFET. It wasn't until later in the day that I kind of noticed that this was one of the runners. So, but you know, today it's pulled back so much and doesn't look really good. So a lot of these stocks, you just got to keep in mind, you know, sometimes they really only have that one day in them. And SFET has a lot of these failed breakouts. CEMI, this is one of the lead gappers from yesterday that had a really nice open. But again, this one kind of sold off ever since around 10:20 and then kind of holding this area. I have an alert here if we break higher. APRN, trying to move a little bit, a lot of resistance. SGBX, this was a former runner, I think from the day before, kind of just, you know, ranging in this area right now. Probably won't be trading it today. VVUS still so crushed on this one. I'm actually really surprised. VVUS was probably one of the lead gappers, or actually didn't make a lead gapper, but this is one of those stocks that really got crushed. You know, first screen day and then just total. Actually, hold on, where is that? Here we go. So for some reason on this chart it doesn't show, but just check out the daily chart over here. You got yesterday big move, and a lot of these stocks, these first green days, will at least hold if they close. You know, hold their highs. But this one, pre-market, just got so dominated. And it was because of those shares, the direct public offering. So just keep an eye out for those. It's been pretty sketchy lately to hold overnight. IFRX. Yeah, IFRX, that one got me pretty good yesterday too. So let's just keep on going down here. So this is what I was doing this morning. I was just kind of going down the list, just checking out all these lead gappers, and most of these aren't really interesting to me. You know, this is exactly what I do to find the top 2 lead gappers. Just kind of scrolling down here. Here's actually, Keith, here's BMRA. Nice big move. The thing I didn't like about it is this $10 resistance area. It looks like we kind of hit it and started selling off. Holding this area okay. But right now we're still trading under VWAP. So if we break VWAP, this could be really good. I just don't like that this was kind of on the backside of this move a little bit. So let's see what happens. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's over, but it's just not something that I typically look for to day trade. But I'll just mark it for now. EROS, not really too interesting. We got another 10 minutes till the market opens, a little 9 minutes, so there's no rush. IFMK. Sounds too similar to IFRX, so probably be just best not to trade it. Just kidding. DPW, sold off, not really doing anything. VAL. INPX. So yeah, this is exactly what I do. No rush here, just kind of looking at stuff. It wasn't until NEPT where I was like, ooh, okay, here we go. This looks kind of interesting. And then I looked it up on Finviz, which just has way too many ads, which is so annoying. And basically, this is, I gotta say, I love the price. Market cap is okay. But what really kind of scared me is that the fact that it has a 65 million float and shares outstanding, it's 94 million. So that's really, really high. Gapping up 80%. So let's kind of focus here. 80%, 6 million float. Let's just keep an eye on that. This is really big numbers. Let's see. Does it have a catalyst here? FDA, fast track FDA registration to commercialize plant-based hand sanitizers. I actually just recently did a video about fast tracking FDA registration. What was that about again? Basically, if the FDA, if it's some sort of product that the FDA or just the general public really needs or wants, in this case, plant-based hand sanitizers, the FDA will make exceptions. Like, we got to get this out to the public as fast as possible because it's beneficial to a lot of people. So fast tracks doesn't really mean it's going to make it or anything, but the approval process is basically shrunk from like 18 months to like 3 months. So it could be really, really good. And I think for a product to even get fast track, it already has to be showing some signs of that it's a good product. So good catalyst there. Sold off a lot. Long-term chart. This is a weekly chart, actually. $3, some big resistance in this area. Probably argue $4. These whole numbers seem to be pretty significant on this one. $5 and so on. Big support at 2.5, I would argue. Right now, what were we at? We were at 1.5, right? 1.6, looks like there's some support there. Support and resistance. So kind of an interesting spot on this one. We pulled back about 27%, not too bad, but we are under VWAP. Kind of making a higher low here. This could be interesting on this one. This could actually be a good pre-market entry. We've been seeing some pretty sketchy stuff pre-market, and that's typically why I avoid pre-market. I see LK with Keith. Morning, Shane. So fast track. And remember, guys, what we're looking for is the top lead gapper. What's the most obvious lead gapper? What's the one stock that everyone will, all small cap day traders are probably looking at, and even if they're not small cap day traders, maybe it's such a nice pattern that other people are going to be looking at as well, because it's just going to be on their scanner. So NEPT could be the one. Just that float is the only thing I'm a little sketched out about. We're typically looking for floats under 10 million. So let's quickly jump around here to IO. Kind of very similar pattern. Oh wait, no, it didn't update. I was like, wait, what? That's not really what I remember. Let me go a little bit quicker here. 170% on IO, and the let's see here. What was the news on it again? This float was a little bit better. It was a 10 million float and 16 million market cap, roughly 17 million market cap. 170% gap up. I'm trying to remember what the news was. 1 second here. So this is an oil company. It's actually a U.S. oil and gas equipment services company, a little bit different. So they had immediate recovery claim surge to them. It looks like they had really good revenues, actually. Data released, unemployment data. I'm seeing this good revenues on FinViz, actually. So that's the catalyst. So it has a catalyst. That's a good sign. It's reverse splits. Definitely in an interesting area right here. 2.25 looks like some good support. I like that it has room to run. I like that it has a big or low float. Market cap's nice as well. I'm not sure how hot this sector is going to be, but I don't know. So far, IO does not look too bad, especially at the 2.5. I got to say, I got to admit, it looks pretty healthy. These pullbacks have been a little bit aggressive on it. It's up a lot, 170%. So it was very thickly traded, extended hours, and I think that could be a bit of a problem for it. So we'll see how we trade this one. I think out of the gates, I'd probably rather look at NEPT just because it's not as overextended, I would probably argue. So other ones I was looking at, APDN, we'll probably keep an eye on this one. Little choppy here, but could be good. Nice small market cap, tiny float, shares outstanding. APOP had a big pop here, big resistance at 2.5. Nice little rounded bottom here. This is like a perfect cup and handle. You can see the cup, the handle, and then a breakout from that. Big resistance at 2.5, like I said. It's only up 70%. I'm gonna go here, see if we break out from this area. But actually, this is looking pretty good. I gotta say, I don't like the fact that it has such big resistance at above. But there's usually always something wrong. There's usually like one thing wrong. I've never found like a stock where everything was perfect. So I got to keep that in mind as well. Sometimes I'm a little too critical or cynical. I don't even know what you want to call it. I'm a little pessimistic towards basically all small caps. So that's why I'm kind of conservative on the way I trade. But this does not look too bad. So out of the gates, I'll probably watch NEPT. Gideon, I like the way you're doing your analysis. Yeah, space pulled back to $13. We actually on our IRA account we got a little bounce off of 13, like a 4% profit. It was quite nice. I sure like those large cap bounces. Okay, so 15 seconds till the market opens. I'm going to be looking at NEPT out of the gates. I might switch gears, but let's see how it goes for now. Good luck, everyone. Pulling back here. Big support coming in now. Looking like a little bit of lag here. Just want to be careful with that lag. NEPT, one of the big movers. BMRA, Keith looking really solid there. And then IO as well. IO pulling up. Actually, IO opened way lower. What happened with that? Super sketchy. Making me a little bit more confident with NEPT actually. Markets are just about zero. Try to pull back on NEPT, but looks like buyers are coming in. I might look for an entry here. Still a little bit more cautious. You know, we had a pretty shaky day yesterday. I don't really want to jump into anything blindly. But I would say NEPT is probably the lead gapper, unless I'm missing something here. IO is looking really, I don't know what happened with IO. Really just don't know. Halted due to volatility. Maybe it was just a giant gap. Wow, NEPT really selling off here. 135 would be right about a double bottom. This one has a bigger float, so it shouldn't crash as hard. Watching 37, could get chipped away here and could bounce really nicely. It could be a really good red to green move. $135, some big buyers there. A lot of selling pressure though. LK. LK down 78%. Not sure where the selling pressure is coming from. Here we go. Shift a little bit of momentum here. A lot of selling pressure on NEPT. I'm not totally sure why. It was looking pretty healthy. I think we might find some sort of bottom on this one. I don't know. Right now it's still selling off. I don't see any clear signs of reversals. Wow, this is a rough start to the day, huh? NEPT just broke 30. APOP, CODX, IO. I mean, we're looking at all the top movers. There's nothing I'm missing except APOP. Maybe I could pay it a little bit more attention. This was, yeah, okay, so this is definitely that big gapper. Broke out here. Nice move. A lot of failed breakouts though on APOP. This could break out again from 3.3. Big breakout. Wow, NEPT, man, what was that? That was such an aggressive sell-off. Went all the way down to the 7, now having a little bit bounce here. This is looking a little bit better. I kind of missed APOP. I was wondering what was I missing? Where was the lead gapper? And I guess it was APOP. You know, pre-market it had the nicest pattern. So I probably should have been a little bit more focused on that. I think NEPT still could have giant reversal potential. Just, it's really hard to say. And I kind of wish I was more focused on APOP out of the gates. It's about 38 now, 9:38 a.m. Let's keep an eye out for that. Huge move on APOP. Nice small market cap. Receives new patient allowance in China. I'm not even, I guess any Corona news has just always been hot lately, but I'm actually kind of surprised that this one was so strong. APOP is still going really, really strong. I'm having a hard time getting myself to trade in this area. I actually should have traded this as it got unhalted. That would have been the trade. I just wasn't even really sure it was halted. I kind of missed that morning move on APOP. Now I feel like it's a bit extended. We're at the top of some major resistance, so I would probably rather let this consolidate more, look for a bigger pattern here. XO, really nice. Good trading on that one. Could be a good entry at 3. Still watching NEPT out of the corner of my eye on the watch list here. I never like when something sells off this aggressively, and I was always a little bit cautious here. I was really waiting for a spike to the upside, and then I wanted to maybe buy a pullback or something like that, or maybe even buy into the breakout. But NEPT didn't really prove that it had the power in it, and right now it's finding some support in this area. So with the good news it has, it should be able to probably consolidate here for a good bit. XO, is this stream only buffer for you? Probably not. Ever since the whole kind of Corona thing got to national worldwide quarantine, we've been having some streaming issues, so there's not a lot I can do about it. But yeah, stream services are kind of delayed. I'm sure it'll clear up soon enough, but yeah, I apologize for that. Obi-Wan, AMRN. APOP does not look too bad. It looks like it's trying to break out here again. This could be a move, or this could be a little bit longer consolidation. I think I'm kind of I'm leaning towards longer consolidation after such a nice move. I mean, this was a really nice move. Wow. Why was I not looking at APOP? Pre-market, this thing was screaming what we want to be trading. I was over fixated on NEPT, which is just not moving. Just how it goes sometimes. Okay, so 9:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also wanted to be a little bit more cautious after yesterday. Yesterday was my second red day in a row. Monday wasn't too hot either. Although Monday we did some really nice trading. It was just that TOPS trade that got me on the wrong side. So yeah, APOP, I don't think I'm going to buy this breakout. I think there's a lot of resistance. We're kind of at the top of a run. I don't know. Here we go. It looks like it's breaking out regardless. I see a little bit more risk in this one at the moment. I think there could be you could be down 50 cents a share really quick. NEPT back at 1.27. Tradecation, that's fine. I don't know if my image quality can get any worse. I have the most basic webcam quality. I know you guys are pretty hot about LK. I want to look for a potential setup with APOP. I really think that this one could be the winner. That's funny though that you guys like this. Totally makes sense. Look at that bounce, 31%. I mean, Luckin Coffee. Sounds kind of familiar. Wow, what a freaking dip. What caused that dip? Do you guys know what caused that dip? That's just ridiculous. Misconduct. Suspend COO. Oof, God, yeah. Okay, there we go. That's not looking good. Okay, so APOP has kind of proven that $4 is a big resistance area. I'm going to look for a ABC pattern to form here. I think this could be a really nice move. In this price, I'd probably look to trade with about 400 shares. Whew, 417. This thing is just out of here. It said, nope, not waiting for you, Alex. Ryan, CEO paddled sales numbers on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's not, that doesn't sound very good. A lot of big green volume on this one. NEPT still kind of just selling off. IO looks like it's up a lot, but it was really, it was up 170% pre-market. Ooh, big dip here. That was a big pullback. That probably got a few people worried. 15% move. That's what I was saying. And just in a few seconds, you're down 50 cents a share. That's why I don't want to be buying at these high prices. It's 9:46 a.m. Good recovery though from APOP. I'm gonna put a limit order in for NEPT. 1.27 seems like a potential low. IO unhalted. Who's crazy enough to trade that? Good question. Everyone in this chat, everyone in this stream is crazy enough to trade that. I don't know. NEPT guys picking up again, 1.3 almost. Yep, here we go, 1.3. I don't really need an alert there, but I kind of wanted to look at any PT, and I just wanted to be alerted if something happened. Okay, so NEPT looks actually quite nice. Big support at 1.25, clearly. More buyers coming in now. Finally chipping away at that 1.31. I like it. I like it. Can 50 hold? 49. So we dipped down to 45. That was it. Looks like there's a lot of dip buyers on this one. Got a 400 entry on 36. Could have been a little bit too soon of an entry. But I'm looking for that ABC pattern. Could be curling here in this area. I'm going to close my first trade on this one. I think it could run. I had a pretty rough Monday, pretty rough Tuesday. And a lot of times it was because I just didn't take profits. So on this trade, I'm just going to take profits for now. I'm going to move on. I'm going to look for a secondary entry, see what happens. Again, I do think I sold a little bit too early, but like I said, I'm going to be looking for some base hits. But yeah, I like this one. This is looking really healthy. We broke over this candle. Moving higher now to 70. Really solid move here. 75. So far, so good. Yeah, Peter, good call, good reminder. I always like to read off my notes and say those things to myself. That's why, you'll often hear me say like 80% gapper, one of the lead gappers, what the news is, what the market's doing. Sometimes, you get so in the moment, you get tunnel vision. And then, in the recap video or later on after I close the trade, I'll be like, oh my God, why did I forget about something so obvious? So yeah, Peter, good stuff shouting that out. pull back to 50s. This could be the setup here. This could be, so we're A right here at the top, B, C, looking for this little pullback here and then a rip. That's typically what you look for these patterns. 5-minute chart looks fairly healthy. Let's see what happens. NEPT back at 1.3. I sure am itching to just kind of trade this. This is a nice move here. Percentage-wise, not the most though, but still. Just a little bit lighter traded. Only at 6.6 million, while APOP is at $26 million volume. So kind of important to think about. Not to mention NEPT is much bigger size company. What do I think NEPT will end up on? I honestly think I don't know. That's tough. I will say though, I'm surprised it's pulling back so hard. 80%, move to the upside. 66 million market float. FDA fast track approval. I don't know. It seemed pretty good. It's near lows. Big green volume. It has room to run. I don't know. Maybe this one's just going to take another day or two. I have no idea. It's so hard to say. I was so wrong on IFRX from yesterday, and I was wrong about tops, and I don't know. APOP. So looks like this could be the move. It's 9:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. One of my least favorite times to be buying breakouts. For some reason, my trades aren't showing up anymore on the chart. Just as a quick little reminder on the daily, we have, it's at 48, it's pulling back right now. Let me watch this. So yeah, so it's definitely in some big support zones here. But so far we have not been able to break past this 4.65 area. I would say is the last long-term support and resistance. We have the top here. And then, starting in the 6 to 6 range, 6 to 6.8, we have some more. Looks like I'm a little bit weary on this one. In theory, this is going to be the big moment right here. I mean, I really don't like buying breakouts right now, but I think if I was trying to buy the breakout for APOP, I would probably enter right now. Otherwise, I would say I'm going to miss it and just let it go, which is kind of depressing, but I think that's going to be my honest response, just because I've been, it's been a slippery month, and I'm just gonna be a little bit more cautious. It looks like it's breaking out here. Otherwise, if it doesn't break out, if it doesn't break past former high here, 3.78, it might have a little fake out. If that happens and we dip down to 3, I would probably buy again with 500 shares. I think that's gonna be my trading thesis for this one. Mainly based on the timing, which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, LK looks really cool in the 5-minute chart, guys. Look at that. Bottom of my screen right here, just like doosh, doosh, doosh. 100%. Who is in LK, guys? That's pretty cool. I hope some of you guys are in this one. 100% move. Whoo. Wow. That's really sweet. Okay, so APOP. Moving here. The question is it going to be a breakout or is it going to be a fake out? You know? Like I said a few moments ago, I would have wanted to be buying in the 3.5s to anticipate the breakout, but maybe it's a fake out, and that way I kind of reduce some of my risk. We're going to have a lot of breakout traders flying in on it right now. We have 2 hammer candles on the bottom. I don't know. It's definitely going to be tricky to trade. Nice boy, Claus. BMRA, good question. Like I said in the beginning, I think that $10 resistance is not exactly what I like to be seeing. Former runner. All right, guys, let's watch this here. Breaking out, APOP breaking out here. If it breaks past 4, this could be a huge winner. If it doesn't, though, it could be instantly $1 down a share. Okay, maybe not $1, but I would say 50 cents to 70 cents down a share fairly quickly, which makes me really see more risk in this potential breakout. And big reason why I'm not going to be trading this breakout. A lot of selling volume, you guys. On this candle, we had about a 16% pullback. Now Atlantis about 317, probably more like 320, 321. Which is another 12% down. So most likely, APOP, if it dips down, it won't get halted. Most likely. Nothing's guaranteed. NEPT back at 1.29. Really doesn't have a lot of volume. This could be a bit of a sleeper, and then maybe in the afternoon it runs. I don't know. It's hard to say. For day trading gap and go strategy, though, it wasn't really that hot ever since it started selling off and people weren't stopped watching it. There's only so many day traders out there, right? So, I mean, that's why you look for that 1 lead gap, or what's the stock that most people are looking at, and that's you know, when we started the stream today, that's why I was saying, like, which is the one? And I'm surprised I totally overlooked APOP. Still got a lot to learn. Pulling back here. Surprised it held after this fake out here. I really thought we were going to drop very fast, and it didn't happen. So this is kind of interesting to watch. What's crazy on LK is the fact that, you know, percentage change, it doesn't look like anything because it's negative. But since it's down so much, it has so much room to run. Whew. So if we wanted to buy this at 320, I think I would have to reduce my position size a little bit. Uh-oh, guys, looks like it could be cranking up here. 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ugh, rough times. I'm gonna give this another 5 minutes. I think if it survives 5 minutes, I think this could be a big runner. LK Holta going down. Sketchy. Sorry that my buffer's so bad. Actually, my stream health has been saying, okay, I got a few warnings. I got like 4 warnings, 3 warnings, and looks like dropping some frames. Guys, I really apologize for that. I really wish there was something I could do, and just it's getting annoying. But it's not the computer. We've had many months of good streaming, and then we also, I don't know. I've really reduced everything I can close, and usually I have a lot more open. It's 100% the internet at this point. Danny, I have to remember, yeah. I broke so many rules yesterday. Yesterday could have been a green day so easily, and that's why the thumbnail was what it was. It's just like I threw my rules out the window yesterday, and I was reminded really hard why I even have rules. Okay, APOP pulling back now. 350, look at those buyers at 350. Look at that. Did they just get chipped away? No, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Scroll down. I'd be careful. If those buyers disappear, it's not going to be pretty. Ooh, big sell order there. 14,500 shares. Whew. Too many kids online. Yes, streaming is just check it out with like Google streaming corona. It's huge. It's like affecting the whole world right now. Yeah, we're not exactly helping the problem. We're actually a big part of the problem. So there it is. But yeah, streaming is really tough on the lines, which is, maybe it's going to be a good thing for the world, as long as we come out on the other side in one piece. Overall, there's a lot to learn from the coronavirus. Did you guys see the pictures of Vienna? No, not Vienna, Venice. Venice. It was like for the first time in 70 years, you can see the bottom of the water. It was so clear again. So the environment is definitely loving this, which is good. And maybe people will fly less, travel a little bit less, use Zoom a bit more. I think it could be really good stuff. Guys, APOP. So I said about 5 minutes ago, I'll give this one about 5 more minutes. And if it doesn't pull back in 5 minutes, I think there's a really good chance that this is going to rip to the upside, because it tried to dip, it tried to break out here, didn't work. Tried to break to the downside here, didn't work. Tried again, didn't work. And now it's probably going to retest the highs, and there's probably a good chance it might break past it. So I don't know. Like this could be a really good setup right now. here we go. Buyers are flooding in. Like I said though in the beginning, I'm probably gonna wait. I'm gonna basically just say I'm gonna miss this breakout to the upside, which is gonna make me cry a little bit. But I would rather buy a potential failed breakout because I'm pessimistic like that when it comes to small caps. I still do think that this is most likely going to break higher though. I just need to take a step back a little bit. I don't know. This is looking really good. I hope some of you guys are in this one. I think this is going to be really nice here. Remember, nothing I say or anything, you guys should make any trades based off of it. I'm just kind of thinking through possible opportunities in my mind. Whoo, guys, big breakout here. Really clean. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I don't think this is a fake out. This is looking pretty solid. It's a good chance that APOP is going to get halted here. Big green buying volume. This is looking really good. I'm just sitting back, watching, learning, about to make some popcorn. Oh yeah, that was it. That was the breakout. So I should have been more aggressive. I should have been more confident. I kind of felt that APOP was going to happen. I even said at 10:05, if this doesn't break to the downside, or yeah, basically break to the downside in 5 minutes. So 10:10, there's a good chance that this is going to run up because it's testing the lows, didn't work, and now it's going to retest the highs, and it looks like it's working. $3.5 million float, 80% morning gap up. New patient allowance, Chinese company. Markets also turned all green, so that's a good sign as well. Oh man, this is a real beauty, guys. Super, super nice. I gotta say, it's kind of breaking out very slowly. I would have kind of expected it to just break 4.5 and get halted or something like that. Maybe it's still gonna happen, but we had much more volume on this candle, and volumes, I don't know. Let's just watch it. I'm gonna just sit back and watch. Oh, check out that perfect move here. That is just so nice. You know, I had this gut feeling it was going to break higher, and I should have listened to my gut feeling. This was, I felt like a pretty clean setup. Pulling back a little bit though. How much higher will it go? Those are the questions. The question is, how much lower is NEPT gonna go? That's the real question. These stocks are so sketchy, you know, you hold something and it just keeps on pulling lower and lower. You never know which one the winner's going to be. In all honesty, buying this pullback here probably would have been a really good trade, and I'll tell you why. We had a clean 5-minute breakout, and guess what? We had a nice 1-minute pullback, and I have a whole entire video about that setup. It's one of my favorite entries on a breakout. It looks like it might not continue, but at least you would have been up 7%, and you could have decided, you know, how far do I want to take this? Do I want to close out half of my position, lock in maybe 8% profit, and then see if the rest goes up, and if it doesn't, I'll close the rest. Oh, here we go. Boom. This could be a phenomenal entry. We broke out here at $4 and we pulled back to $3.94 roughly. We had a nice little $4 key whole dollar area. 10% breakout, 9%. 9% pullback's a little high. That's a strong pullback. I'd be careful. Yeah, boy claws. It does. It's a good one. I really need to start trading it more often. It's something I've kind of witnessed, and then I got like reaffirmated, I think when Ross said it, like a month or two ago. And I was like, oh yes. Because it's not something I used to trade when I lived in New York many years ago. It was not like a pattern that I traded, but I wasn't really a breakout trader. I was more of a pullback bounce trader. That's why I'm extremely conservative with this gap and go strategy. And I think it's been really tough for me because it's like a paradigm shift almost in my thinking. Oh man, LK getting halted again on the way down. Woo-hoo-hoo! APOP holding, breaking higher. Man, LK is one of those classic setups where it lures you in past your breaking point and you're like, whatever, I'm buying this one. And then boom, before you know it, you're on the wrong side of a trade. APOP is looking really good. I think this move is going to keep on going. I'm thinking where an entry could be, and I've already missed, I would probably say one good entry. So I'm going to keep watching this one. But I think there is a good chance I might enter again. I might enter with smaller share size though. Like 300 shares or something like that. This one definitely has the wind on its back. 4.5 could be breaking here. Oh yeah, 4.6, here we go. %20 up since it had that pullback. I think based on the way APOP has been trading, and based on the fact that we've already had 2 big leg ups, I probably wouldn't be trading this one in a super aggressive fashion looking for, you know, a 30-50% move from these highs. Boom! That's a quick pullback. That was a really quick pullback. This is another strong pullback. I would probably feel comfortable buying around 3.7, 3.6 maybe. SBSW, I don't think that's on our watch list. John coming in hard. Nice, Satoshi, 2K on APOP. Solid work, man. That's really amazing. There's not a lot of jobs you can make 2K in the first 40 minutes of the market open. You gotta love day trading. $4, there's some support there, but it's getting chipped away. I wouldn't really put too much faith in that. I gotta say, the dip buyers on APOP are very strong. Looks like it's bouncing here. I'd be a little nervous. This is a dead cat bounce, but I don't know. I don't know. These cracks, these pullbacks are what I get nervous about on stocks like this. 13% dip from, let's say, 390 from 450. That's 60 cents a share in just like a few seconds. That's crazy. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. Man, I really wish we cleaned up this one. I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I didn't do this one, but at the same time, I kind of, I wanted to take a little bit of risk off my plate. I've been, I don't know, just the way I was trading lately has been a little bit too scattered, and I felt like this is kind of was breaking my norm a little bit, so. I'm going to be wrapping up trading fairly soon, probably another 15 minutes or so. So let's see what we get with APOP. This definitely looks like a bit of a dead cat bounce that we got. So maybe we'll get another entry on it. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe a VWAP bounce. That would be around 74. Maybe a little bit more of a pullback into the 60s. I don't know. There's just so many buyers. APOP there's a lot of buyers. Remember, we're on the backside of the move right now, so it's always good to be extra cautious when you're in that territory. So pull down to 77, VWAP bounce could be happening. That could be the bounce right here. Here we go. A lot of dip buyers on this one. Looks like one of my Roth accounts just did a trade. Check it later. Wow, I was real APOP. So I gotta say, I've been quite surprised on this one. It keeps on. It never really pulls back as much as I think it's going to pull back. And then it never really breaks out as hard as I think it's going to break out. LK sure is a beast. Whew. I don't know. I feel like this bounce was a little bit weak. Only a 4% bounce on a stock that's up. You know, it was up about 200%. I don't know. This could be the beginning of a big run, big move back to the upside. It could be just a super solid VWAP play. Congrats to anyone that got this and was able to take some profits off the table. We went down to, it looks like 69 or 70. It's hard to say. I was kind of thinking it would pull back a bit more. Maybe it will. I don't know. J. Luke, yeah. I feel you on that. Less than 2 million float. I actually have APOP 3.5 million float roughly. It depends. It depends how you have your account set up. I have my account set up to where I can make between 2 and 3 trades per day based on how I allocate the trades. If you have a margin account, you can only make 3 trades per 5 business days. That's why I use a cash account. But the problem with the cash account is you can't short, which is fine. I don't short. Well, I used to, but not in this challenge. Yeah, it's hard to say what APOP is going to do. I'm going to put alert here, see if it breaks to the upside, and I'm going to put alert there, see if it breaks to the downside. At or above. Yeah, the amount of direct offerings, Luke, has just been mind-blowing. And that's a big reason I'm a little bit cautious as well with so many of these stocks, especially after that TOPS just disaster. IXO 4K on 6.5 with LK. Ooh, well, you're already up pretty nice, 15 cents a share. Nice one, good entry. Yeah, with a margin account, TI, you can only do 3 trades per 5 business days. It's horrible. I hate that rule. It doesn't even make sense. I just got a headache. APOP looks pretty promising. It really looks like a solid VWAP bounce, almost like picture perfect VWAP bounce, which you don't really get all the time. It makes me, I don't know what's gonna happen with this one. Whew. All right, well, I'm gonna give myself probably another 7 minutes here, and then I'll probably start wrapping up. Wow, this is really impressive. Really, really impressive on APOP. Clean potential VWAP bounce. Broke out higher. Look at NEPT. 119 now. Oh man. It even hit a low here. Didn't even notice at 113. And that's a big problem with these stocks that just start pulling off. Traders, like it might be the lead gapper on the day, but the second it doesn't perform, people stop looking at it. And when people stop looking at something, then basically this happens with NEPT. BMRA, let's go back to this one. Yeah, it's been selling off all day as well. Had that big $10 resistance area. We had one fake out from this area. Just doesn't look good. Been trading under VWAP since then. APOP just not caring about anything. Just boom. Such a really impressive move on this one, I gotta say. At the last reverse split on APOP 1 to 5. What was that, October? No, that's 10th is November, right? No, that is October. In October, I was like, no, it's not. Yeah, October. Kind of a long time ago. A lot of these one spike wonders on APOP. Here we had 2 spikes. Candy bombs. Why did so many stocks boom today? I wouldn't really say so many stocks boom today specifically. Bitcoin's booming today, 8% up. That's a lot for Bitcoin. I don't know. We had a pretty big pullback yesterday. Today's a bit of a bounce day, so I probably just overall market is bouncing, and I guess that's why. anyone that wanted an entry on APOP, this would probably be a good chance for it. I don't know. I'm not trading it. BMRA. Still pulling off. What happened with our lead gappers today, guys? What happened? They just got totally crushed. This was the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time. 115% move after that sell-off. Except it would have been impossible to get an entry down here because it would just halted the whole way back up. So that was a flash crash for no reason. Jobless claims surged to 6.6 million. Oil prices, candy bombs. Looks like oil price recovery a little bit, so that's good for the overall markets. APOP pulling back a little bit again. Saudi Arabia called OPEC, which yeah, I'll do it. I'm really wondering what APOP is going to end the day on. You know, this could be a real nice runner at one point if it breaks past the 4.5 with volume. If it breaks past 5, it could just really fly. I think right now it's a bit overextended. It had a really nice move. It was very healthy, but I think it would have to consolidate a little bit in this area. Candy bombs. I don't trade UGAS. I really don't know. I can pull it up. I don't really trade ETFs or I almost never trade large caps in this challenge either. 4% move. I don't think ETFs are really the best way to grow a small account. I mean, this 4% move is a big move. I mean, this is like, that's, if you get a perfect entry, a perfect exit, you're up 5-6%. That's huge with these with UGAS. And I don't know, sometimes we're making trades where, you know, these stocks run 100-200%, and we're looking for a chunk of that, right? We're looking for 5, 10, 20% of that. And that's hard enough to time perfectly. So, you know, a move like this, I don't know, buying the perfect bottom, basically it just never happens. Then you maybe buy into this reversal here, and then you maybe sell at VWAP, so you're walking away with 4.7% profit at best. I don't know, it's tough. And you can't invest into these because they only go in one direction because of management fees. So they're always going to be going down in the long run. So, I don't know. It's not for me. Cody Tubbs, PVAC. 15 million shares outstanding. That's nice. 50 million market cap. Not a lot of trading volume though on it today, but it's up 45%. That's not too bad. Late bloomer. Maybe it had some news that just came out about it. Not sure why it's making such a 20% move right now. Resume trading. Yeah, biggest move from yesterday. No catalyst. I don't know. That's could just be a squeeze or I don't know. APOP was definitely the winner for today. I could have probably got a little bit more aggressive here. We kind of called it out as the breakdown didn't happen. So I probably should have switched my bias fairly quickly. I think we could have easily cleaned up 10% somewhere in this 30 almost percent move. I think that could have been possible in just, you know, a few minutes, maybe even 1 minute. Just couldn't really get myself to trade it. I don't know. Shares again. Boy, Claus, you've been going ham sandwich on. Is that LK that you're trading? So the way I look at APOP right now is the fact that we had a high here and we had a higher or lower high here. And now the stock is most likely going to retest the lows, see if there's enough buyers there. Are there dip buyers? Are there people that really want to hold this VWAP 7.2 area? And you know what? There could be. I don't know. But it's definitely going to retest this area, see if there's support. And if there's support, clear support, and maybe 1 or 2 attempts to break down, then, you know, then it might try to retest the highs. And that's kind of how it works. That's why it's like a zigzag pattern. I never like to buy retest after the first big bounce off of it in the secondary. So this would be the second retest. This is the first one. I don't like it. I don't have good results with it. 17% pullback. So if we had a pullback of 17% from here, which I highly doubt we're going to have, that would land us right around this range, 3.3, roughly where we had our first entry. Interesting. Cody, nice. 12.5 on APOP. Whew. That's beautiful. You did that nice. You did that all yourself though. I mean, that's solid work. I hope you guys never, you know, base any trades off of me. But if you guys understand why you're entering and exit a trade, that's cool. That's the whole key. We're just here to help each other. Well, it was a good day after all. Yep, that's true, Satoshi. I kind of felt like I could have squeezed another trade out of this, but what I liked on what I did today, which is a little different than usual, is I knew that I would probably only make maybe 1 trade or 2 trades at tops today, and I had the ability to make 3 trades. So what I did was I allocated a little bit more into my first trade, and then I wanted to allocate a little bit more into my second trade, and that helped me get, you know, a nice $104 win, even though I think it was only like a 7% actual gainer. So I like that. I think that was a good move. So yeah, it was a $1,344 position size on this one. Not a full allocation, but a little bit up there. ADN. I've been trading. It's been a little scattered, but I started around 20. I don't know. It's tough to say. Like I got really like serious end of 2012, 2013, and then 2014, and then I slowed down because I focused fully on my software marketing company with my brother, and then I'm kind of like getting back into it, kind of picking up where I left off with a few changes, and then I traded crypto for like a year and a half, 2 years, pretty hardcore for a while, which was great, but the fees are so high on crypto, and it's tough to trade because it moves very slowly, and you don't know when it is actually going to move. Like Bitcoin's up 9% today, and that's a big day for Bitcoin. APOP is up 176% right now, and it's just another day in the small cap world, you know, and there's no trading fees. So trading stocks is much more, I would say, profitable in my honest opinion than crypto. I still swing trade crypto and I still hold crypto, but that's different. It's not day trading. It's a bit more swing trading, a bit more investing. Have I made back my TOPS loss? No, I think I would need to, because yesterday was a red day, unfortunately. That kind of put me more in the hole, but I think I would need to get back to, let me quickly think about this. We were at 6,000, like 700 and something. I don't know, 6,780 or something. Then I took 337 out because I had to pay myself. That's part of the process. Pay ourselves 25% of the past month's profit of trading profits every month. So we paid ourselves 373, and then that put me to 6,400 roughly, 6,407. So I would have to make another like $135. And then I'm back to basically break even on the month. So yeah, started this month a little bit red. It doesn't really matter if you're red or green on the day or on whatever sort of artificial arbitrary matrix. It's what's really important is that every day you are building your skill sets and you're sticking to your strategy, and you're just, you know, improving that. And that's really what we're focusing on here. So APOP pulling back here. And that's how we're able to grow our account, by not focusing too much on the daily P&L, but focusing on making good trades one after another. And TOPS is I broke a lot of rules. And yesterday I broke a lot of rules. And that's why I had 2 red days. APOP 3.7. Just gonna watch this one more. We've got some big setups coming up here. 370. So we officially broke VWAP. We might have a nice little VWAP pullback if we, you know, pull back to like 3.6 or something like that. Big support at 3.5. Ooh, that's a scary move. It's a really, really scary move. I'm not even sure if it's over. Yeah, okay, 3.5 is holding somewhat. Big dip buyers coming in now. Boom, big big buy orders just flying through on the order book, the time and sales. I always like to watch that. Bedtime down under. All right, Danny. It's good having you here. Have a good evening. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Friday. Some crazy Friday trading. Where everyone gets their last bit of FOMO out for the rest of the week. Nice, Keith. That was a really solid overnight. Question is APOP going to have this bounce that everyone's waiting for? Could have a nice little VWAP retap here. But I feel like it's a bit of a chase, right? Right now, it's kind of like everyone that always wanted to buy APOP but always missed the bounce is probably buying this bounce. Which, at the looks of it, looks like a good idea. Maybe I'm the fool here that didn't buy this one. Oh man, it's almost 11 o'clock. I'm still even looking for a trade. Look at me. These are dangerous times, boys. Are the market gods going to bless us with one more trade? I don't know. I just don't know. Could take some time. I'm going to put an alert here, see if we break higher, which the looks of it could happen. And then I'll put another alert if we break lower. So as I'm getting ready for the recap video, I'll be able to maybe enter another trade, but I don't know. I feel like I might be forcing another trade at this point. It was really good trading though already. I mean, like I got exactly what I wanted. Here, I really should have been a bit more aggressive. You know, then I would have already wrapped up trading and everything I would not be so like, you know, feeling the need to trade because I would have got my 2 trades in for today. So I got to really keep practicing on getting a little bit more aggressive, especially when all the stars aligned. And I think with APOP in this area, I was kind of calling it out the whole time. And I don't know, kind of a wasted opportunity, but I told myself to be a little bit more cautious today. So that's just how it goes sometimes. I think I'm going to wrap up trading there. Who knows how long APOP is going to be till it even gives us a setup. It could be the next minute. It could also be the next 15 minutes. Could be never. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm going to wrap up trading there. Like always, guys, it's super good fun to trade with you. Learn a lot. And if you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like. I see you guys dropped a lot of likes today. Thanks. I really appreciate that. If you're totally new here, want to learn more about trading, consider subscribing. Leave any questions and comments below, guys. I answer all comments I get on YouTube. And I will see you guys first thing tomorrow. Actually, hold on. Let's watch APOP here for a second because 3.5 is cracky wacky. I'm just going to give this a little bit longer, but at least I already said my farewell. 3.5 has tried to hold so many times. It might hold again. I'll give it a little bit longer here. Or not. I don't know. Or not. I just felt like maybe we were going to enter a trade and then, you know, might as well get it on video. It's always more fun that way. So if I randomly end the stream, all right, you'll just have to see in the recap video if I entered a POP. There's a good chance I entered it. So I'll see you guys in the recap video. Until then, guys, and thanks, blockchain. See ya.